Today I would like to talk to you about drinking and driving. We all know that we spend many years in college, often experimenting with new things. We all try fake IDs out at liquor stores and bars, see how much we can drink in a short period of time, and almost all of us experiment with drinking and driving at least once in our lifetime. I would like to talk to you about a story which was featured in AboutHealth.com, which I viewed on January 11, 2008, about a man named Rob. I was very shy socially, and drinking would ease that. I was hooked from the get-go and made a lot of new friends. I drank and drove hundreds of times, and nothing bad had ever happened. It seemed like it would always catch up to me, though. I am now 26 years old, luckily, and I have been arrested for a DWI twice. I went through 26 weeks of alcohol classes. Finally, my probation was over, and I finally felt free again. Of course, I learned nothing. I went out to the bar that night, had millions of beers, and didn't think twice about getting into the car to go home. Later that morning, I woke up with a broken femur, a broken eye socket, and had no feeling in the left side. Later, I had learned that the feeling would never come back. The dashboard had gone right through my leg, and I was pinned until the paramedics had arrived. I also woke up to find that there was 12 feet of rope that had been placed in my nose because my nasal cavity was crushed. My jaw was also sutured shut. Basically, I was drinking one moment, and the next I was laying in a bed not being able to see or breathe. My mouth was shut, and my sinus cavity was broken, so breathing was out of one nostril. Couldn't move because I had a major break in my leg also. Now how one moment can change your life is amazing. That was 2 years ago, and I am still going to physical therapy today. Oh, how I wish I could take that day back. Oh, all my drinking buddies? Yeah, they're all gone now. They weren't professionals like me. I was the one out at the parties trying to get everyone drunk. My alcohol friend really made me pay my dues. Thank God I never hurt anyone else. Well, physically anyways. Mentally, I have done the damage. This is a growing problem in our society today, and is causing many deaths to our loved ones, and that can be avoided. Some of us aren't smart enough to take part in this sometimes deadly event, while others of us find it hard to turn away. This topic affects everyone during his or her lifetime, and is also a serious problem. After being convicted of an OWI offense in the state of Wisconsin, which I have learned a valuable lesson after taking part in alcohol classes, I feel that I am qualified to inform you about this serious problem we have today. I hope that from this presentation, you will all leave here thinking about the consequences of drinking and driving before the next time you step foot in the car after drinking. Today, I will be covering the overall problem of drinking and driving, providing you with statistics and testimonies, along with penalties for this felony. Many of us have our own opinions about drinking and driving. Some feel it's okay to drive after a night out because we don't think we'll ever get caught, while others will never step foot in the car. A DWI is defined by the Wisconsin DOT as driving while intoxicated, also operating a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol content of over 0.08, which is in most states. According to the State University in Potsdam, New York, every incident and injury or death that is caused by drinking and driving is totally avoidable. The number of crashes that are alcohol-related have dropped dramatically in recent decades, but there are still too far many accidents today. Yes, there has been great progress, but alcohol-impaired driving still remains a serious national problem and tragically affects many victims annually. According to the State University website also that I viewed on January 11th of 2008, in recent years, people ages 16 to 24 were involved in 28% of all alcohol-related driving accidents. In 2006, there was an estimated of over 17,000 people who died in alcohol-related traffic crashes. That's an average of 1 every 30 minutes, according to the Mothers Against Drunk Driving website. About 3 in every 10 Americans will be involved in an alcohol-related crash sometimes in their lives. And according to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, in approximately 2004, approximately 1.4 million drivers were arrested for drinking under the influence of alcohol or having possession of narcotics, an arrest rate of 1 in every 139 licensed drivers in the United States. So what does this offense cost? According to the Mothers Against Drunk Driving website, alcohol-related crashes in the United States cost the public an estimated of $114 billion, $51 billion in monetary costs, and $63 billion in quality of life loss. Now that you understand a little bit more about drunk driving and the number of people that have been affected by this over the years, I will talk to you about different ways to avoid this problem and the penalties that come with drinking and driving. First of all, with penalties, according to the Wisconsin DOT website visit on January 11th of 2008, suspension of license is for 6 months or more depending on the number of previous offenses. Also, it can be permanently suspended. Jail time, which I interviewed with my brother Derek Perkle, who lives out in Phoenix, Arizona, says that in the state of Arizona, after you are picked up with a DUI, you are immediately sent out in the middle of the desert, what they call Tent City, which you are placed in a tent, which is jail, out there in the middle of the desert, being 90 to 100 degrees. Second offense in the state of Wisconsin is a minimum of 5 days and up to 60 days in jail, once again depending on number of offenses. The number of days in jail increase with the more offenses you have. Monetary cost depends a lot on the blood alcohol content. The higher it is, the higher your fine. In the state of Wisconsin, according to the Wisconsin DOT website, monetary values can range from anywhere from $200 to $2,000 depending on number of offense. Some alternatives to think about when you're out next time. Just don't drink and drive. Secondly, take a taxi. There's many of them around there in town waiting to be serviced to you. Also, have a designated driver assigned. There's nothing wrong with going out, not having anything to drink, sipping on water, looking at all the people who are acting stupid, and also feeling better about yourself the next morning. Walk. If it's in safe distance, take the time to walk. Also, use a safe ride program that are designated in your area. You can find more about that on your local city website. Through this presentation, I hope that you now have a better understanding of what drinking and driving is, and also recognize the consequences that come with this, and realize that this is a huge problem in our society today. After presenting you with information about what driving is, and statistics that we face today, alternatives of drinking and driving, you should have better knowledge now to make the right decision next time you go out. When you leave today, remember this information that was presented to you, and think about the next time you are out. Remember, every 30 minutes, there is someone out there in the United States who is affected by drinking and driving accidents. Don't become a part of the statistics. Always remember, beer and driving, drinking and driving, never mix. Thank you very much.